The warden carefully pulled a strand of hair from a cake and compared it with each chef in turn. In this prison, the standards for food preparation were incredibly strict. The chefs would prepare gourmet meals on level 0 according to the prisoners' requests. As the platform descended, the food was already ruined by the time it reached the first level. The inmates there greedily grabbed everything they could, wasting much of it. By the time the platform reached level 48, all that remained was a table full of garbage. Yet even eating foul-smelling slop was considered lucky, because there was only one meal per day. Either you ate what was available or you went hungry. By the time the platform reached level 171, not even a crumb of food remained. To survive on the lower floors, you needed a stomach that could handle anything. The old man had tied his cellmate securely to the bed. As his victim looked on in confusion, the old man gently stroked the man, assuring him that he wouldn't eat him immediately. Instead, he would wait 7 days, and if no food arrived during that time, he would take just enough from the man's body to satisfy his hunger without killing him. 7 days passed without any food coming down on the platform. The starving old man could no longer control himself. He pulled out a small knife, tore open the man's pants, and brutally slashed his thigh. The man had clearly become the old man's meal. In this moment of desperation, a woman suddenly descended on the platform. She smashed a bottle over the old man's head, then pulled out a knife and stabbed him in the neck. With her help, the man was successfully rescued. But when he regained consciousness, he witnessed a horrifying sight. Seeing he was awake, the woman immediately offered him a small piece of meat. The disgusting taste made it nearly impossible to swallow, but for survival, he had no choice but to force it down, fighting his nausea. After enduring a month of this, the man woke up to find himself assigned to level 33. His new roommate was a woman who kept a dog, clearly preparation for potentially being sent to the lower levels. The woman explained that the prison had 200 floors and that if everyone took only what they needed instead of wasting food, there would be enough for everyone, even those at the very bottom. The man told her he had already tried this approach, and that nobody would listen, but she decided to try anyway. She divided the food onto plates and instructed the people on the floor below to eat what was on their plates, then passed the rest down to the next level, and so on. But the people below cursed at her, telling her to mind her own business. The man couldn't stand by and watch this. He shouted angrily that if they didn't follow the instructions, he would defecate on their food. This tactic worked, the two people below quieted down. But those on the upper levels, beyond the reach of such threats, continued to waste food. Clearly, this approach was unworkable. The next day when the platform descended, the deranged woman they had encountered earlier was lying on it, severely injured. The two quickly lifted her onto a bed and treated her wounds. But in the middle of the night, the two women suddenly began fighting. When the man ran over to stop them, he discovered that the deranged woman had killed his roommate's dog. After this incident, the woman lost all hope. She no longer wanted to change the system, she just wanted to survive and escape. But a month later, when the man woke from unconsciousness, he was greeted by another horrifying sight. The woman had hanged herself, and they had been moved down to the shocking depth of level 202. How many levels did this terrifying prison have? The man sank into complete despair.